How much wood could a woodchuck chuck? How much wood could Chuck Woods woodchuck chuck if Chuck Woods woodchuck chuck could chuck wood? If Chuck Woods woodchuck chuck could and Chuck Wood. Ah! How much wood could Chuck Woods what? There it is. The woods. The wood. That's what's throwing me off. How much wood could Chuck Woods woodchuck? How much could Chuck Wood woodchuck chuck if Chuck Woods woodchuck and Chuck Wood? If Chuck Woods woodchuck could and Chuck Wood, how much wood could woodchuck chuck and woodchuck? It's impossible. It's impossible. How much wood could Chuck Wood woodchuck if Chuck Woods woodchuck could and Chuck Wood? If Chuck Woods woodchuck could and Chuck Wood, how much wood could and woodchuck woodchuck chuck? If Chuck Woods chuck woodchuck chugga choo choo and could Chuck Wood if wood could. Dang it. How much wood could woodchuck chuck if throat's on her, yeah. How much wood could Chuck Woods put? How much could that hurt now. How much could Chuck Woods woodchuck chuck if Chuck Woods woodchuck could and Chuck Wood? If Chuck Woods could and woodchuck Wood, how much could and would Chuck Woods Chuck Wood? Chuck Woods woodchuck and how he would. Let me send this right there. Could and woodchuck Wood, how much could woodchuck? How much wood could Chuck Woods woodchuck chuck if Chuck Woods woodchuck could and woodchuck wood? If Chuck Woods woodchuck could and woodchuck wood, how much wood could and would Chuck Woods woodchuck chuck? Chuck Woods woodchuck he would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as any woodchuck would if a woodchuck could and Chuck would. That was hard. That was annoying hard. Ain't doing that again. Nope. Whew. That was intense. Whew. Got me sweating a little bit. At a certain point, I lost count of that one. I don't know how many times I had to do that. Sup, people? CedLove here, aka the Black Mario Bro. Right now, we're gonna calm it down. We're gonna go peaceful. We're gonna go woosah, woosah. We're gonna talk about, I guess, advice. Not really receiving or giving. It's more like how it's given sometimes. The type of advice that I'm talking about, I like to call it outside looking in. Basically, somebody's giving advice, but they truly don't know the 100% of what the person's going through. Shoot, they don't even know like 98%. They just like, they're like the facts that they were given to them at the point. They already came up with like a solution, which half time, we understand where you're coming from, but just like the decision you made, you don't know none of the facts. So the information I'm providing you is all I want you to hear. I could give you more details. I can give you probably every detail to a T, but I'm holding back information because I don't want you to know everything. So, from the information I'm giving you, you can draw your own conclusion. But as of right now, I'm only giving you what I want you to know. So just like, the opinion you gave is just way too straightforward and no scenario in the world could just really help out. But anyway, again, I like to call it like outside looking in. I really can't explain it without giving an example. So 3 main examples I can give is basically like, you got a bro, y'all grow up, elementary, middle school, high school, and one of y'all, even though he likes to do stuff, he likes to party, he might like to steal his parents' car, he may get in a fight, but he's still good grades, he probably going to college school. You got the other bro, hang on, he's probably a bad egg. He smoked too much, drink too much, his grades are decent enough to pass, but just from society-wise, he's a bad egg. So it gets to the point where one day he just goes to jail, cool, get out, go to jail again, cool, get out, go back to jail. At a certain point, somebody's gonna sit you down and be like, hey, you gotta you gotta cut it. Cause I say outside looking in, cause basically like, you don't know what these two been through. Like again, they've grown up since elementary school, they've been through stuff, maybe the dude get like good grades, maybe he got jumped a couple times, and the guy who went to jail, maybe he helped him out, fight. Maybe one of the reasons the bad egg went to jail, maybe he's trying to defend the guy who's supposed to be, the perfect one. Either way, I'm just trying to say, you just can't walk up to a person and just like, hey, this person you've been friends with, you gotta come out your life. It don't work that way, because they've been through stuff, they've been through history. Second thing, I would say job. Say you got a job, you hate it, you've been there either a few weeks, a couple months, years, it don't matter. You've been in a job for a minute, and every time you talk about it, it just comes off as you just hate the job completely. Cool, there's a majority of people in the world who don't hate the job. So, when you're talking to somebody, you tell them about how your boss don't treat you good, they don't pay you well, like literally it's just a hassle to get to from job. All the aspects of this job just really not worth having. The only reason you have it is because you gotta pay your bills. You tell somebody this, and again, their only conclusion is quit your job. Simple, just quit your job. There's no, there's a silver lining at the end. Like, stay with the job because I guarantee you're gonna get the right connections. You probably get a better job. Or, you might not like the job, but you gotta pay the bills. This is like, hey, you don't like the job, quit. Done. There's no rhyme or reason. They don't tell you what you do after you quit the job. They're just like, quit the job. Last one, which almost kind of falls with the friend one, but it's, relationships. I'm going from a girl perspective to like dating a dude. You're dating somebody, you're dating for months, you're dating for years, and you know. So you know, when I first started dating, he did all the, I guess not cliche, but he did all the things that most dudes know they gotta do to basically get the girl to be like, hey, let go. So basically, you know, he brought you flowers, he texted you, called you every night, said I love you. Every morning he called you, say, hey, you were the first thing I thought of when I woke up. Every time he cooked, he made sure to cook your favorite food. He opened the door for you when you like got out the car, open it. You know, he did all that romantic crap. Cause you know, that's just what they, or we, hey, I'm a dude, I ain't did it yet, but that's what they, we, them, me, that's what we do when we first start dating. There are some dudes, they're good boyfriends, but there are just some dudes, they take like that hard left turn somewhere down the relationship and it's just like, what the heck happened? So of course the girl, it catch her off guard, but at the same time, you know, oh, at the beginning he was like this, now he's like this. At the beginning he was here, now he's like here. So you know, she goes, of course, go tell her friends, go tell her family, but you know, one of those people she just told, friends or family, there's no, oh, just give him a chance, there's no, oh, you should sit down and talk to him. There's more just like, cut bait, break up with him, like sit him down, like, hey, I can't do no more, break up. Unless it's some like extreme, like of course, abuse or he cheated on you, and even then, that depends how you feel about cheating. That's you, I don't want to get into that right now. But unless it's something big like that, you can't just tell the person just like cut bait. No, it's like, you gotta work some crap out. So if your friend keep going to jail and they feel like that might affect you in the world, let them know. Sit them down and say, hey bro, like understand, we roll dogs. You ever in a pinch, I got you. If I'm in a pinch, I got you. But if stuff like this keep happening in the future, then yeah, one day I'm going to have to cut bait with you. But right now, I just got to let you know, you messing up. Just saying. That's not just an instant, oh snap, this dude's bad. Cut bait instant. Nope, you got to work through that. For work, of course you can't just up and quit your job unless you got something planned out. Or unless you just like to roll the dice and just like see what happens. If you're a spontaneous person like me, go for it. I've lucked up on the decisions I made. But like, you can't just up and quit your job. Even if you don't like it. Even if you don't like it, you can't just up and quit your job. And of course, relationship, again, unless you're just the most unhappiest person in the world, of course you don't just like, dang, I asked him to do laundry for me. Man, don't want to do laundry. Gotta break up. No! 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 So I'm saying, so when you talking to other people, you give them all the negatives or whatever the situation you want to, and like, even though they're listening to you, and we have eye contact the whole time, so I feel like you understand what I'm talking about. At the end of your rant, if their only solution is quit, well dang man, understand outside looking in, you just see like negative stuff about it. There are some perks about it. Like my best friend, I've got jumped by like 3 dudes. Who was the first person to throw the first punch? He was. Blah! At my job. Again! May not be the best job in the world, but I got food on my table, I got gas in my car, I got my bills paid. May not be the best job in the world. My boss may treat me like I run on batteries. But at the end of the day, I got a job. For a relationship, which relationship's a touchy one. That is a touchy subject. There are certain people I don't understand how they're. Prime example. Like, I know she would never see this video, so I really don't care. That's a girl, not gonna say her name, they just say her initials. Nope, not even gonna do initials, because if she do see this video, she's gonna know what I'm talking about. So, that's a girl, she got like 2 kids, she got a dude, I'm not sure he's her baby daddy. I don't know them that well. All I know is they live in an apartment complex I work at, and she is a big B. I ain't gonna lie, she's one of the biggest B's I've ever met in life. I don't see her that often, I don't care. She's never really a B to me, but I've heard stories of her acting that way towards people. You know, big B. So she's living with this dude, with these 2 kids, and apparently, before they came living in my apartment complex, apparently they had like issues where the dude went to jail. So you know, you hear the story, oh, dude went to jail, probably abusive. Turns out that's not the case. They would get in arguments, but she would hit him first, so you know, bam, 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 elbows, and he's like, oh snap, don't care if it's about a man or woman, I'm getting attacked. You know, he clocked her, he hit her, okay. Not because she's so shocked, she called the cops because he's like, oh snap, he hit me, and now he went to jail, he got like 3 felonies. See, that whole situation, after I got the cops calling to me once, because I was defending myself, I'm breaking up with somebody. I don't think they his kids. I look at the kids like, I know you've been calling me daddy for the last 3 months, but I gotta go. I feel bad, I know I'm leaving you with a crazy lady, but I gotta go. She can't be calling the cops on me like every time. See, that situation, if he came to me and was like, Cedric, this shit crazy. Oh, look him dead in the face. Break up with the girl. That one's obvious. If one of my bros come to me and be like, man, Every time I talk to another girl, she just gets mad jealous. You know, you gotta ask questions. Like, does she try to go cut the girl? No. Okay. Does she just be going through your phone when you ain't home? No. Okay. Like, when you get home from work, does she go through question 1, 2, 3, 4, 1A, 1B, 1C, and all that, to make sure you ain't cheating? No? Oh, then she's just a normal jealous girl. That's no reason to break up with her. That's just that's just people, dudes do that. The scenario of your girl being jealous, because that's they're scared, they might lose you. It's alright, just work through that. Other one, where somebody gets the cops called to them, that's a breakup moment. From outside looking in from both of them, it's more this one, words are words, right? Hey, if you want to break up with her because that's stupid, but go for it. This one, break up with her. I don't even need to know other stories. She called the cops on you 3 times, break up. That is the literally only words I can say. There is no silver lining at the end of the relationship. Get out, go, go. I ain't gonna lie, I went on a little tangent on there because when I found out dude went to jail 3 times, I'm gonna emphasize this hard. 3 felonies because he was defending himself and he's still staying with the woman. No, you gotta get out. You gotta get out. Off subject, I know, I don't care, but again, the point of this video, which again, we got way off subject. You talking to somebody, you're not really asking for advice, but you're just letting them know how at the moment something in your life is not going what you want it to be, and all of a sudden their solution is just cut bait with it instantly. Again, get rid of your friend, quit your job. It's just that's their only solution. They don't want you to work through it. They don't want you to see the positives. Every time somebody who has a relationship situations talk to me, the simple stuff, I always gotta be you gotta tell me something positive. I understand you don't want to put y'all business out there, but dang, you keep giving me these negative stuff. Give me something positive. I gotta ask, do they make you laugh? When you see them in the morning, did your heart still flutter a little bit? This very moment, could you truly imagine yourself dating somebody else? And you'd be surprised how many times I hear, yeah, now last question. Can you see yourself dating somebody else? Yeah. Oh, well, I don't know how to respond because you're not happy with this person. I guess break up or sit down with the person and ask them, are you happy? Because I ain't happy. And at that point, outside looking in, all I can say is, do you. I would say, there's really no point in the video. It just recently, that's come up a lot where people don't really ask for my advice, or I don't really ask for people advice, but when somebody decides to give advice, it's always cut blank extreme. It's never oh, here's some positives, here's some negatives, here's some pros, here's some cons. It's always nope, we're going over here. Should have dealt with it a long time ago. It's your own fault. Well, dang, if it was that simple, I wouldn't have came to talk to you. This would have been solved 2 days ago. Psh, my stress level would be way lower right now if it was that simple. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Boom! I love Captain Obvious. Probably the best captain ever. So in the comment section below, talk about a person you know who does that. That every time you approach them just with the story, they always got a solution that to them seems very simple, but in actuality, it's not. So let's face it, if we're not that person, we know somebody who's like that. And again, my name's CedLove, aka the Black Mario Bro. If you liked the video, click like. If you liked the overall, click subscribe. Until then, I'm gonna go see a doctor because I think that woodchuck tongue twister kind of broke my jaw. Not even gonna lie.